What's up, guys? All right, so last video I wrote a song about the poor painting that got ripped up. Well, we're gonna redeem that painting someday, but for right now, we're gonna do another one. Today I was going through some analytics on stuff that, like, looking at all the places where the subscribers come from, and I had no idea I had such a huge following from Latin American countries. So I just want to do a quick shout out. So if you don't speak Spanish, I'm just saying thanks for watching and all that stuff. But gracias, chicos, por ver. Hay tantos españoles que miran desde todo el mundo. Solo quiero darles un grito porque es importante. Lo siento, mi español es malo, pero that's what I got. Okay, so anyway, guys, let's switch over to the art camera and talk about what we're going to be doing today because it's awesome. Switch right now. All right, so we've got big old fat white cup, and we've got these other colors here. This is a metallic color, and you know, while I was mixing the colors, this is metallic cobalt green, blue. Metallic cobalt blue. And halfway through, I was adding some of this phthalo blue to another cup, and I put some in this cup as well. And so now it's a different color. It's almost like a turquoise. So we've got turquoise. Didn't plan to have turquoise. We got turquoise now. And phthalo green, phthalo blue, and I believe this is Mars black. I'd have to check again. And then titanium white. So what we're going to do an airbrush pour, an air swipe. We're going to do an air swipe. That's what it's called. And yeah, let's get that underway. So I've got my compressor on. Last time I had the pressure set up very high. Today I'm going to put it down. Oh, guys, I got to show you this. Okay, so if you're trying to use a airbrush, when you push down, that just starts the air. So if you're trying to get it to shoot stuff out, you got to push it down and pull the trigger. And when you pull the trigger back, that's what makes the paint come from here out that way. And so air going, and then as you pull back the trigger, that's what gets your paint going through your stuff. And so it took me a little while to figure out that. Yeah, I was talking to somebody. They said they could get water through theirs, and I'm hoping that it's as easy as just pulling the trigger. But I couldn't figure out how to get water out through at first either. So, all right. So let's mix some of this black in there. My white might be a little bit too thin, and this is a redemption canvas right here. I didn't like what was on there, so I took it off. I painted over it. When I had leftover paints that were sitting up on my desk here, I picked them up and I was messing around trying some abstract techniques, actual painting abstract techniques. And yeah, after doing that, it turned out kind of cool, but I decided I didn't want to keep those either. And so I didn't. I painted over it. I just blended the rest of it together. And so the color you see on the canvas right now is the color of all the colors mixed together. I took a chip brush, just one of those super cheap 50-cent Home Depot brushes, and mixed it all up and painted it together. So now we have a super fancy thing here. All right, so I'm gonna stir it one more time. We'll see. I don't usually stir it at all. In fact, I'm generally fairly anti-stirring it. But today's special. Boom! That's where you belong. Alright, so we got our airbrush going, and what next? Ooh, pretty. Every time I see pretty cells, I think, ah, crap, I'm going to ruin those in a second with this airbrush. this just a little bit right there. You know what? I'm not going to worry about it going to the edges. I am going to airbrush it, and it's going to go wherever I decide for it to go. And the only thing I'm worried about right now is I see a haze of white over everything. I'm sure that's not going to be bad. Can you hear this wind? This wind is insane. What is going on? All right. So we're going to airbrush off a pattern into it. Let's just do top and bottom. No, see, I got to get these corners. I got those corners with the paint. So I guess let's do a diagonal type of pattern thing. Do you see that? Just the air going over it pop those air bubbles in it. It's kind of interesting. Okay. For real, stop messing around, Will. Make art. I like this zigzaggy line right here. Ooh, camera's just kind of off. There we go. Easier to see. So everybody was like, Will, you should totally order a Lazy Susan. Okay, so I ordered Lazy Susan. I'm finally like, you guys, you're probably right. I just need to buy a Lazy Susan, so I buy it. Super cheap, fantastic ratings on Amazon. Guess where it's coming from? It's coming from China. Nothing wrong with that, except that it's going to take 10 more weeks to get here. Whoops. I didn't mean to do this. I'm sure it'll be fun, but... Yeah, don't start too close, because you will fling paint everywhere. Man, that's beautiful. I love it. All right, let's see the edges. Did I do a good job? Marginal. Oh my goodness. So since my wife has been out of town, my dog has been sleeping in the bed. Wife's out of town, dog sleeps in bed. So now he follows me around like, dude, you're all I got. And so I was laying down while talking to my wife. She's on a little trip here. She went back to Washington for a little bit. Washington peeps, I miss you guys, by the way. My dog's following me around like, dude, you can't leave me too because you're all I got right now. And yeah, he's pretty adorbs. And I'm so sorry I just said adorbs. What is wrong with me? These are awesome. Can you see these? These little dots? They're like, what? Oh, man. Okay. Get that. Pull it down a little bit. Nice. Nice. All right. Will is done. Wait, Will is not done. Close. We're close to done. I really wish this wouldn't be so narrow. So when I started, you know what? Don't wish. Make it happen. Guys, that wind! Can you even hear that? Oh my gosh. Sounds like all crap is breaking loose out there. Okay, so the other thing I want to do, I want to kind of torch the outside a little bit. Not a lot, but I mean, Anne-Marie was my first muse, so you know we're torching stuff. So still got to ghetto start my torch. Oh, I had it on. There we go. So I want to torch these outsides. Okay, right here. I want to work on this real quick. Something feels off me. I don't like it. I mean, I love this painting as it is, but something right here needs to change. Better. Yes, better. I like it now. I mean, I liked it before, but I like what's happening now. Let me switch over to face cam real quick. Boom! Face! Okay, so, yeah, I love what we got going on today. It's a lot of fun. I really like the airbrush. I am finding, though, that the airbrush is better for smaller canvases. When I tried the 10 by 20, the paints were thicker, so that's just fine. But it didn't handle the paints quite as well. And Messily Ever After, who is has been kind of my muse in this new foray into the airbrush air compressor type thing, when she does her things, I've noticed she uses like a full-on tool style air compressor. And so, I mean, you can find those even cheaper than airbrushes. If you want to run down to Home Depot, I found one for, it was like $60, and it wasn't a bad one. It was something that could really, you could really work. And you know what better way to tell your husband or your, well, this doesn't work. But if you got a husband and he doesn't really support your crafty stuff, be like, let me get you an air compressor, one on wheels, so that we can wheel it into my craft area. Yeah, whatever. It was $60. I found one for $60, and then you could have your thing and he can have his thing. Or if you got a wife that doesn't want you to have this tool stuff or more art stuff, you can be like, you know what you could do with this? Anyway, I'm talking out my butt right now, and I don't got much else to say, but thanks so much for watching. Love you guys. I have one single link down in the description right now. That's the Linktree link, and it goes to the one click, gets you everywhere, any of the links that I have. So check those out. I really appreciate my sponsors this month, Karen Bott at octopunks.com and Stephanie B. You guys are awesome. Seriously, I really appreciate you guys. All right. Everyone else, I love you too. I wasn't trying to say I wouldn't love you. Anyway, gotta stop talking. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. See you guys.